So I'm stating that market is the most valuable asset because each startup should have a great team, and if we have a great team, we have talented people, then they will make a great product. But if this great team and this great product won't meet a great market, then there won't be a business. But before you go to any market, you need to identify, or you need to have an idea. I didn't see before, how many of you currently have a business idea on your mind that you're already doing or you plan to do it in the future? Okay, and do you know if it's a good idea, if it's worth going on or not? You haven't tried it out yet, right? It's just an idea. And the others who don't have an idea, for you, you can actually use the ideation process. It basically comes from the two words, idea and generation, idea generation. So before you start developing any product, you have to think, what are the good ideas and where can you get the good ideas? You have to remember one thing, that at the heart of every idea is a problem. So don't do anything, don't do products that are not solving any problem, right? And where can you find good ideas? Basically, you don't have to do anything. You can just keep your daily life, go to school, and you will see that on a daily basis, you will notice a lot of problems, a lot of inconveniences, a lot of things that you would like to change. And these are basically the ideas that you can work on. And what I suggest you do, on a daily basis, take a notebook and make a list of all the ideas. So at some point, at the end of a week or two, you have a long list of ideas. And now you have to know, which of these ideas will you make into business? And there is actually criteria or elements that you have to take into consideration. First, does the idea that you have solve a real problem? This is very valuable. I suggest never ever build nice to have things. Build a product that will solve a customer problem. For instance, if we know that there are people who are a little bit overweight, so for them you can build an app that helps them to track their eatings and their runnings. Don't just build a muffin app that will help someone build how to do a muffin, right? Solve a problem. Second thing is you have to think if the idea makes the world better. And by this I don't mean that you have to cure the cancer or feed all the hungry people. You just need to think that maybe this app or this service you're building makes, for instance, search optimization better or easier or quicker, right? Third thing, think about big business. Don't only go after niche markets. I'm not saying that don't go after niche markets, but think that the idea of the business you're building, does it have enough customers? Will the business will you have revenue enough to survive? So think big and think global. And the last and most important, I think, is big passion. You as a founder are really passionate about the idea. If you really have an idea, you have to think about what are your interests, what are your hobbies. Maybe I like traveling or I like medicine, and maybe I can do a startup or a business based on that idea. And now that you have found the one idea that you want to pursue, what happens next? And I believe Krista before me told you about the lean process method, and the customer development process comes from the lean startup process. It basically says that before you are building anything, you have to know your customers. You have to know if these customers have the problem that you think they have. So during my talk, I'll be focusing on the first two circles. As you see, the customer development is actually a 4-stage framework, and the early stage startups, the idea-based startups, fall into this category. So the customer discovery is the first stage you have to do. So you will get to know who is your customer, what is their problem, and is the solution that I want to offer really easing their problem or taking the problem away. And this customer development framework was developed by Steve Blank, I believe you have already heard this name once today. And Steve Blank is a serial entrepreneur. And this process is very good because it saves you a lot of time. Basically, the process is all about validated learning. You go out, you talk to the customer, and you come back to the building and build your business. But where to start? There are two good tools for that. One is the business model canvas that is circling here, and another is the value proposition canvas. And during the customer discovery phase, what you see is the first circle. You have to find the problem-solution fit. It basically means you have an idea in your mind, and at the heart of this idea is a problem. And now you go out and ask your customers if the solution you have on your mind is really solving the problem they have. When you have found the connection between these two, it's like a puzzle. But before you find the fit, there are actually some stages and tasks you can do to test your idea. As I told you, the first tool is business model canvas. It's actually the number one tool that every startup in the world, basically in the world, I can say this, is filling in. And it consists of 9 blocks. And after you have filled in all the blocks, you get the big picture of your business. You get the idea, who's your customers? What do you offer your customers? Where do you get your customers? How do you communicate with them? Where do you get revenue? What activities do you need to do? What are the costs? But before you fill in the big business model, big picture, you have to validate if this, again said, if this problem is out there and if your solution will ease the problem. For that, there is another tool, value proposition designer, or canvas. It looks like this, and it's actually a plug-in. It's actually a plug-in tool from the business model canvas, as you see. These two phases are also written here. And on this value proposition canvas, there's the left side and the right side. On the right side, you describe who is your customers. What is your customers doing every day? What are your customers' pains and gains? And on the left side, here's your business, the value you want to offer. You describe your product, and you describe if your product will kill or ease the pains your customer has, or will they create gain or positive effect to your customer. So actually this tool is very easy to use. I will pass it on as well. So let's do an example, how this really works. And for this, I picked out one example, video dating app. I'm not dating that much, so I don't know if there is already is a video dating app, but let's say there is not. And the problem is that the picture and the text-based apps don't work because it gives a very false idea of the person, right? Do you know Tinder? Yeah. Have you used it? Well, it works. It's a picture-based app, right? You don't hear the person's voice. You don't know what's the person's intellectual level because you can't talk to them. You just see the picture. I state that this is a problem and it wastes my time when I go out and see that the person I'm dating is not actually the one I want to date. So my solution is video-based app or video-based dating app. And I think my customer segment will be people around 18 to 25, and I state that young people prefer videos over pictures. At that point, when I have this idea, I have no idea if it works or not. I have no idea if you guys really have the problem. Maybe you're really satisfied with meeting people on the street or meeting people via Tinder, but I'm not. And I will be using value proposition canvas to find out if other people have this problem, and I will test if they have this problem. So the step one is to fill in the value proposition canvas. Like I said, you take these post-its and you put them here. First you will fill in the customer segment. I would say that my customer is 18 to 25 years old, my customer doesn't like picture and text-based dating apps because it wastes their time, wastes their money. They never know if the meeting if the person they are going to meet is right for them. And so I feel in the pain, which I already said, wasting their time, and what they want to gain from the app is they want the app to give a 100% good idea who the person is. And then I move to the value proposition. I think about my solution. What can my dating app offer to these young people? Okay? And I state that my app can save their time, because young people upload their videos. So another person looks the video and they instantly have an idea if this person is a match or not to them. But all these posted there, these are like assumptions. I don't know if they're true or not. I have to go out and see if they're true. So basically, the step 2 that I do is I test my assumptions on the customer segment, young people. And Steve Blank calls this get out of the building, which actually the baseline of the lean process. And what you said, go out of the building, go to the street, talk to these young people, ask them, where are you finding new people? Do you prefer to do it online? Do you prefer to meet people ad hoc in bars? If they say that yes, I prefer to meet new people online, you ask, are you satisfied with Tinder? Where are you finding new people at the moment? And if I get a glimpse that these young people say that, yes, for me it really is a problem that I'm dating a lot, but a lot of these people are not right for me, and it wastes my time, because every time I open Tinder, I only see pictures. I have no idea what is for example, what is the intellectual level of the person. And then I go back, me as a founder, I go back into the building and I start working with this material I got back from the young people. So, as I told you, at first all these things I placed were my assumptions. Now I can come back to the tool and cross out these that the young people said is not true, and I take them away from the canvas. Now we can say that on this side, customer segment, we have only true information, because we have validated that on our customers, a few of our customers. And next step, we can do the same on the left side, value proposition. We now know who are our customers, what they want from the app, how they date, etc. So now we can modify our app according to that. We know that we should place the video recording in because it saves time, right? Are you following me?
Yeah.
Any questions so far? Yeah. You now know what to do. So based on that, you redesign your value proposition based on the insight that the customers or the young people told you. And the next step, actually, when you reach this step, it's very good. Because a lot of startups don't find the problem solution fit. A lot of ideas are killed on that phase. It means that we all have ideas and we all think our ideas are the best. But when go out and talk to the potential customers, they say that, no, it's not a problem for me. Dating, I love dating via Tinder. I would never be so brave to make a video of myself. Then I go back inside and think how I can turn this around. I won't pursue this idea. But in this example, my customer told me that yes, it's a problem. They would love to post a video of themselves. And then you reach to the stage where you really start building something. You won't build an app like we have in our mobile phones. We build the MVP, minimum viable product. It basically means a product with minimum features that you can push to the market, push to your customers, maybe get some revenue back. So this minimum viable product is never the full version of your product. it can only cover only the main feature, this video recording, right? So basically, getting back to the big picture, the customer development phase, if we have discovered that yes, our customers have a problem, yes, and validated it on our customers, and we have built this MVP and shown this to our potential customers, the young people, I have shown them the first view of the app, then I can say that I have reached to this stage. I have validated my problem solution fit, and actually, as I said, it's not good to see it, but it's written product market fit. Not many startups reach here. A lot of startups are killed before they ever get to the market. That's the sad part. And then you can go to the big picture. When you know that customers have a problem, you have a solution, and now you can think how you can build your business. How will you be earning revenue? What are the costs? Costs in my case would be, I would need a developer, some mobile developer to develop the app. I would need a marketer who will make this app shown to my target group. I would need some partners probably. And most of all, very important, that startups often forget is how will you make revenue? Who will pay for this app? So if I have this dating app, would you pay for this? Raise hand, who would pay for this? Like no one, yes? You never ask your customers directly, but you have validated for me that for your segment, this app is not needed. Maybe older people need it because they are working constantly, they're too busy. So thank you for the honesty anyway. And now that I validated my idea, I have my customers, I have a problem, a solution, customers, and now I can start finding if this solution has a product market fit. It basically means that if you execute the product, you make it so attractable, will there be paying customers who would really buy the app via the App Store, for instance. And the main thing that I want you to take out of this very short talk is two things that I overemphasized already. First, customer segment. What you really have to know is who are your customers, because customers are basically your business. They make you revenue, they make you important. You have to wake up and you have to know what are my customer weaknesses, what are my customer strengths, where does my customer shop, where does my customer spend their spare time, do they have children, how young my customers are, etc. And the second thing, value proposition. The solution that I'm offering, if the solution is really solving their problem, and I have to constantly talk with my customers to know, in order to know if my solution is really the best, if my customers would like to see something else happening with the app I was talking about. And another thing to remember is that startup is a super adapter, meaning that the only core value is changeability. When you have an idea, you have no revenue, you have no certainty if this idea of this business will fly. So as a future startup founder, don't be afraid of uncertainty. This follows every startup founder every day. And you have to have the mindset. I believe we had quite many talks before what is the right mindset. Right mindset is that you have to be flexible, you have to be adaptable. You can't like stick with the one idea that you have. When you push your idea to the market and you get back feedback that it's a bad idea, then find another idea or make a pivot, find something other to work on. I guess I've covered my topic. I thank you for listening, thank you for inviting, and I wish you a good bon appetit because lunch is served.